All right, folks, so my friend had to keep her shower head on the floor of her shower next to the drain so the dripping wouldn't drive her crazy. Come along, let's get to fixing. Do yourself a favor, always put a towel down. So we are going to put a new trim kit on this. The handle's really wobbly, the escutcheon is wobbly as well, and the faceplate doesn't match at all. We're going to get rid of this aftermarket, put in OEM. Grab a 3/32 Allen wrench. We're going to go right up underneath here. The water is still on at this moment because maybe there are some valves in the wall right here. Just get that taken out. And you can see right here, aftermarket handle, not the greatest at times. You want to grab a screwdriver. Just kind of score around the outside of this. Pry it. You'll get up right here behind it. Get that pulled off. Oh, and look, there actually are two stops right there. Oh man, we may have got lucky today. Let's see if it all shuts down. This side is accessible right here. These are built-in shutoff valves. We're gonna chop this out and then see what we can do there. Pop out the Milwaukee Fuel multi-tool real quick. Don't have to pop out much. Just a little bit, enough to get our screwdriver back there. I'm not trying to reshape the whole thing. It looks like the cold water really wasn't on that much. It's like they barely put it on. Okay, shut that off. Damn, that's off too. Good. Turn this full on. We've got nothing coming out. Good. So sometimes these bonnet nuts on these Delta monitor valves are really hard to get off. So what we're doing here is just taking a Fernco. We're going to stick that band right there, right around the nut. And grab a piece of 2-inch ABS pipe. Get that tightened up nice and tight. I've actually never done this before, so just wanting to see how well it works. Just twist counterclockwise. Oh, and that came out like butter. And this is a great little trick. I learn from social media all the time as well. I can't tell you how much I love other people posting tips like this. Pull out the old Knipex Cobras. Whew. And there we go. So while we have this off, let's go ahead and get some water out of both sides of this as well. Okay, just to blow any debris out. There's nothing in there. It looks actually super clean. So this Delta kit that I bought, this 13220, you've got a new cartridge, you've got a new escutcheon, you've got the trim stuff, you've got a new handle. Like, this is going to be a much better scenario than what was in there. And I think it's going to last a lot longer. Just a little bit more silicone grease, okay? I just want to make sure all the O-rings are lubed up. This valve is directional. It's got an H on the hot side. It's got these two little notches that match up with these two little notches right here. Get that popped on there. Screw the bonnet nut on. Don't go crazy with this. I just like to just barely, just make sure it's snugged on there, okay? That's it. This is the anti-scold feature. Grab the white part. You want to pull it out, turn it to the left as far as you can, and then let it pop back in. This will ensure that you get the hottest water that you want. Now, if you have young kids or elderly family in your home, you may want to turn this down a little bit. Open this valve to warm. That way we get both hot and cold. All right, so we got cold, we got hot, perfect. And the shower head stops dripping when the valve's off. This is great. We'll pop this bad boy right here. You've got to have a couple of these other pieces from this bag to make this work. This O-ring and this other little squeezy McSqueezerton here. Goes in that. Pop that down in there. The O-ring will just go right over the bonnet nut, and it just kind of sits back there, and it's going to allow this whole thing to travel back to where it needs to, right? So check that out. Now that sets, that ain't gonna go nowhere. Nice and firm. Slap on that faceplate. You know, there's a gasket, there's a foam gasket on the back side of this. You just want to make sure that whole thing is tightened down and compressed. With the monitor set up like this, I like that the handle's off to the side. Makes it real easy for this little Allen screw and the Allen wrench just to get in right here. You're able to get that rolling. It's going to be locked in place. Everything is tight and buttoned up. Now we just got to do is caulk. To caulk, I just like to wet the sponge, cold water, get it completely wet. So we've got some DAP Quick Seal adhesive caulk. This is kitchen and bath, 100% waterproof seal. This stuff is easy water cleanup, very DIY friendly right here. So we'll just go once around, except for down on the bottom, there's a little hole right there. Now we can just wet our finger with the sponge, go right around that. Then I will take a little dab of paper towel, toilet paper, something, and just go right along the edge of that finish. Get all the little water spots off of this. Once that dries up, you're gonna have a nice waterproof caulk line that's gonna last you a long time. All right, folks, there we go. Delta monitor cartridge replacement. Worked out really well. With the little stop valves at the shower valve, we were able to do this job without affecting anybody, which I love. I always love it. It's great. If you guys have any questions, please DM me. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. We're a little bit everywhere these days. We're just trying to help people. We hope we're doing that. Thank you folks very much, and we'll see you again real soon. We've got a couple more jobs to do here. We're actually going to fix this the next time we're over too. We'll take a peek. We'll see what's going on up here.